as if you have roots that go down through the earth. Next, you want to lift the top of the head, extending the spine a bit, relaxing the belly so you can have the lower abdominal breathing. And then we'll do our salutation. Left hand open, right hand to fist, and a little bow forward. All right. Letting the hands just rest on the belly, working with the breath, standing, deepening the breath. And letting the arms be to the side again. We'll do the joint rotation, starting with the head and the neck. It's a gentle head roll. Easing head back to center, and then reversing the direction of the circle. Head back to center. Next, you want to turn whole body. So shifting the weight, turning, looking over the shoulder, back to the front, other side. And you can return to the front again. We'll move to the shoulders next. Just rolling the shoulders up and then back down. Reaching forward with the arms, taking them to the side. Go behind you and back to the front. Smoothing out the movement with the breath. And one more time. And then reverse it. Palms are up, palms in. Feeling of unspiraling the arms, returning to the front, and repeat. And one more time. And then working with the elbows next. Circling the arms, feeling the elbow joints. And reversing the direction. Next, the wrist joints, circling the hands. And then making fists with the hands, go the other way. Opening the hands, back and forth sideways. And then more of an up-down motion. And then a rotation, shaking those arms out. Relaxing the arms down. Next, the hip joint. So you can take the feet a little wider, and you're going to guide the hips in a circle. Back to center, and reversing the direction. Again, back to center, bringing the feet a little bit closer together again. You're going to stand so that you have one heel on the ground, toe is stretched upwards, and with that leg, moving it in and out. And then pause. Now it's touching toe and then touching the heel, going back and forth. And then placing that foot down, you want to just shift the weight to the other side. Other foot, turning in and out. And now on this side, the toe and the heel. And placing that foot down again. Again, with feet pretty close in, you're going to place the hands right over the knee joints. Supporting knees, going in a circle. And pause, reverse the direction of the circle. Back to center. Standing tall. Now it's those ankle joints. So I'm going to be mindful of my balance here. Shifting the weight. I keep the ball of the foot on the floor and move the ankle, or whole foot's off the ground as I rotate the ankle. You want to reverse the direction. Maybe point and flex the foot a couple times. And then you're going to return that foot to the floor and shifting, taking my time, feeling my center here, working the ankle joint. Reversing the direction. Returning that foot to the floor. And then come back to your nice Wu Chi stance. And then we're going to do the turning of the waist. Back to center again. Now we'll go ahead and widen the stance, going to your horse stance. Again, just taking a moment, feel really solid. Slightly more bent knee here, straight back. And we'll do the circling breath. So your next inhale, arms float out to the side. On the exhale, down the center. Again, matching the movement with the breath. And one more circling breath. Okay. Next, changing the movement to the beginning Tai Chi movement. Rotating the arms so the palms are towards the back. Arms float up, shoulder height. Elbows come down and in. Again, matching it with the breath. So nice inhales, the arms float up. Exhale as they come in and down. And one more time. Okay. Next one is that three-part one where we bring the hands to the front. They come in, drawing up to the heart center, forward, out to the side, and back down. It's inhale as you draw up, exhale forward, inhale open, and exhale down. And one more. Okay. Next one, how about the one where we do the circle in front, the vertical circle. So I make my lower body nice and solid. It doesn't move, hips don't move, it moves at the waist. So I'll take the arms to the front, turning the waist to one side, and then the arms come up like a wave, comes up and down the other side, connecting through the center. Inhale up and exhale down. And I'm going to reverse the direction on this one. So I'll just go the other way a little bit. And one more time. Okay, and then back to center. We'll draw a foot a little bit closer in, and then we'll work from a bow stance. I'm going to go ahead and do the left bow first. I'm going to stand sideways so you're not confused. For the left bow, right foot would rotate out 45 degrees. Left foot center step, sink that tailbone, and then I can reach the left foot forward, shift the weight forward so the front leg is bent. Now the movement here will be palms towards the floor, and then we shift to the back foot, turning the torso, and then shifting forward again. You're tracing a horizontal circle in between the feet. Nice full deep breaths in and out. And then I'm going to pause when I get a little bit more weight to the front foot again. And I'm going to change over to what we call the cloud hand position. So I'm going to just start it with my back hand or my right hand on the belly. Left hand's getting ready to go. And what happens is you still do the shift of the weight. Turn the torso, carries the arm, comes up about shoulder height, and then it sweeps across. It's still a very circular motion using the turning of the waist to move the upper body. Now, for those of you who've been doing this for a while, you could add the other arm in, and it would look something like this. And then it's a feeling like almost like you're carrying this big ball across the body, and then you just change the hands on the side, carrying the big ball across. And again, I'll pause when I get just a little bit more weight to the front again, and I'll relax the arm movement, and I'm going to change sides. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and turn around, but you can just change sides. So now it will be the other foot rotates out 45 degrees. You do a center step, kind of sink the tailbone, and then your opposite foot would be in front this time. Leg is bent, a little bit more weights in the front leg. And then palms are down. Same idea, shifting, turning the waist, and then shifting forward again. And then we'll pause, a little bit more weights to the front leg, and then this is the time to change to the cloud hand movement. And again, we'll pause when we get a little bit more weight to the front leg. And we'll just relax the upper body. And we'll step the back foot forward. Okay, so we've got some good warm-ups in there. Now let's go back and we'll pick up the Wu Chi stance or the slightly wider stance, the horse stance. And we'll work with the Grandmaster Wu's Qigong series. And just getting comfortable, feeling your center, like there's an energy line that comes down to the top of the head. It goes through the core of the body and down into the earth. And then I have roots at the bottom of my feet going downwards. I'm going to settle in for a moment, go back to the breath. And then this one starts with hands coming towards the center, a little circle out. Hands come up about the heart center, and then they go back down. And we'll just repeat several times, gathering the earth energy. And one more time with this one. Next movement has the gather part, comes up a bit higher, just past your forehead, press the palms forward, kind of sink the tailbone. Again, get really solid. Then turn at the waist to one side, comes back to the front, and then you want to turn to the other side. And back to the front, and hands come back down. And repeat. This one's called Gazing at the Moon. One more time with this one. And now for the next one. Here's a gather part. Palms up. Hands are going to go forward towards each other like that, like you're hugging a tree. And it comes in and back down. And we'll repeat. Here's the gather part. Goes forward towards each other. In and back down. And one more of this one. Next one, we have the gather part. It's going to draw a little pause here, and then palms out to the side, feeling the stretch in the arms, making a big inhale here, and then exhale, relax the arms down. And then again. And one more. Okay, next one has the gather, and then it's just the index finger. Draws up, goes forward, towards each other, in and back down. And repeat, here's the gather part. Index finger draws up, goes forward, towards each other, in and down. And one more time. Next one, the gather. First two fingers draws up, goes forward, towards each other, in and back down. And repeat. And one more time with this one. Next one has the gather, and then it's the whole hand coming up the front. You'll go behind the head, over the top, and down. And repeat. And one more of this one. Very last one has a gather. It comes up, a little pause here, and then arms to the side, palms facing upwards. You're going to hold the posture for a moment, breathe, feeling whole body connected. Good. And then to release the posture, you're going to fold the hands down the center again. And another couple circling breaths. Big inhale. And exhale comes down. And one more. And then at the end here, you can place the hands on the belly. You can maybe slide a foot a little closer in. And just nice full deep breaths in and out. And then you can just let the arms be by the side. And then if you need to move the feet a little bit, that's fine. One other thing you can try is just standing is kind of just lifting heels really fast. So you're shaking the lower legs, kind of shaking the legs out a little bit, or even the whole body. Okay, so that was our first the series where we do the Qigong series. Now there's a couple other exercises we can work with. And the one we've been repeating for a while now is the white crane one. And most of my students like it, so we'll keep working with that one. What's nice with that is it addresses the upper body. We tend to hold a lot of tension in the shoulders and things, and this helps release tension from the upper body, and it works with the breath, and there's also a balance component to it. So to work with the white crane, the first part of it is we'll take our feet and we'll just bring them together a little bit. So the heels are touching, the toes can be directed outwards a little bit. And then with the upper body, what you do is you just bring the hands so that they're touching in front. I say kind of near the lower dantian, right there is where you're starting. And then the next movement, you're drawing up to the solar plexus and then back down again. And we're matching it with the breath. So inhale, belly rises up. Exhale, sinks back down. Just take a moment, keep working with it. And one more. And just breathe natural, extra breaths wherever you need them. Okay, the next position is where the arms are extended to the side. And then you're going to bend the wrist, touch the fingertips as they come up, about 45 degrees or so, and then back down. But not all the way, just part way. And we'll repeat, comes up and goes back down. I usually do this on the inhale, draws up, and then exhale down. And one more going up. Okay, so extra breaths, remember? And then the next part, it's going down, but see how my wrists are bent again? Opposite way. And they only go down part way, and then they go up again. And one more time. And then it's a matter of relaxing both arms to the side. And then the very last part is with the balance. So you have to be careful with this one, but you can shift the weight to one foot. Other foot, you can just leave the ball of the foot on the floor for the moment. And the idea is you're gonna let the wings come up and let the foot lightly come off the floor, if it will go. And then you're gonna put it down with control. So that's the hard part. So you start nice and easy, don't overdo it. Completely shift the weight up, back down. And then you can shift the weight. Takes a lot of concentration. And if you mess up on one, you don't want to end on that one. You want to keep going so you have another good practice, ending on a good note. I think just one more. I'm going to try to make it as good as I can. Okay. And then you can just return to standing. And pat yourself on the back that you made it through that. That's a little bit more challenging. Okay, so let's do something that's easier. Let's take a Wuchi stance. So settle in. And we're just going to work first with the shrinking and expanding one. That one's real simple, but it's powerful the more you practice it. What you do is you just take the hands, they're facing each other, and you pretend there's a ball in between the hands. And then you're going to make that ball get big on the inhale. So next inhale, expand that ball. And on the exhale, you're going to shrink it back down. Just repeat. Big inhale. And then shrink it back down. And one more. And then we'll pause here right in the center. And then we're going to work the diagonal line. So what it will look like is one hand's going to go to the top corner and one's going to go to the bottom corner. And then we're still going to meet back to the center. And this one's kind of like you're splitting the center line. One hand goes up, one hand goes down. And then comes back to the center. And repeat. You can even close your eyes if you wish, so you can feel something. And one more. Okay, very good. And then now we'll take this ball, we'll hold it down here. One hand's on top, one's underneath, kind of checking in with the shoulders, the elbows, so just kind of relax downwards. And now with this ball, we're going to do the rolling of the ball. So I'm letting the top hand go forward. It's going to become the bottom hand. And then we'll pause and we'll reverse the direction. So I'm going to do a backward fold now. And back to center. Okay, so that was a forward and a backwards roll. Now we're going to turn at the waist and take the ball to one side. So it doesn't matter which side, we're going to do both. I'm turning the waist, I feel torque through the torso. And then I'm going to roll the ball over one time while I'm on the side here. And then I'm going to carry it all the way back to the other side. And then I can turn the ball over. We'll do it again. And then we're going to end up right back to the center. Relaxing the arms. And then just do a couple circling breaths to kind of conclude the practice here. So nice big inhale, arms reach out. Exhale down the center. And one more. Okay. So that kind of ends our standing portion of the class. Now I'm going to grab a chair and we're going to do our seated where we do the massage point. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that, get that a little closer in. Okay, so you want to take a seat so you're comfortable. You want to feel the feet on the floor, of course, and still kind of reaching the top of the head upwards. That will lengthen the spine. Relax the belly because you want that lower abdominal breathing. And then we're going to take the hands, maybe rub them a little bit. And then with the massage points, the first one's on top of the head. Just light tapping on top of the head. On the side, on the back, just all over. And then you're going to take the hands, rest them on the head, and here you're actually moving the scalp back and forth. So you can move the hands around a little bit. Okay. After that one, I just want to get a little bit more tapping on the back of the head, but I'm covering the ears at the same time. So palms over the ears and tapping. Very good. The next area will be in and around the face. We'll start with the temple area first. So taking the hands and massaging circles. Next, I want to get that point that's where the bridge of the nose meets in with the eyebrow. So I'll start in the corner there and I'll kind of press and then I'll release. And I'll make my way out across the eyebrow area several times. There's points there that you're stimulating. After you get above the eyes, go to the side of the eyes. I'm usually a little more gentle on this spot. And then I'll go below the eyes, tracing along the ridge of the eye socket. And then I'll pause right where the cheekbones are, and then I'm going to go back to massaging circles. And then take that circling and just get a little closer now to the ear opening where the two jaw bones come together. It'll be the TMJ joint. And you're massaging that area. And then you're going to continue that, just coming down the lower jaw towards the chin. And then you can go again, back up in front of the ear opening. A little bit more. Next, you want to get either side of the nose, and I usually hold the hands like that, place them on the face, and it's more of a rubbing action on this one. Next, one hand's placed on the upper lip, one on the lower, and you're massaging in and around the teeth and the gums. So I'll start at the front, I'll go towards the back, and then I'll return to the front, maybe a couple times. Okay, so you're back front, stimulate all these points on the face. Now we'll go to the ears, mostly the earlobe, from top to bottom, stimulating many points here. Okay, so we got the ears pretty good. Next, we'll get into the neck area. And I usually start on the back side of the neck. So I'll place one hand on this side of the vertebrae, one on the other. It's a feeling of walking the hands up and down the back of the neck, moving muscle, skin, but you're also stimulating certain points as well. And then you're going to come around to the side of the neck, and you're a little more gentle again, and you're just going to move that one muscle back and forth a little bit. And then that same muscle you feel, you're going to get the front side. So I just start at the top, rub down a couple times, and then I'll go over here. And then I'll take the whole hand, lightly rub down, and then over here. And then after I get that pretty good, I take both hands on the back of the neck again, and it's a feeling of kind of just dragging them forward to the chest. Okay, so now we're right here at the center of the chest. We go back to the tapping. And now we want to get either side of that point and go back to massaging circles. Usually take a big breath here and just kind of let it go. Okay. After this point, it's the point on top of the shoulder. So soft fist, pretty good tap. And then you open that fist and you tap down the outside of the arm. Turn it over, coming up. And repeat on the arms about 3 times. Okay, so that was the 3rd time. I sometimes will go like that at the end, so it feels good. And then I'll go to the other side. Pretty good at the top here. And tapping down. Okay, so we got the arms pretty good. Now it's going to be the kidney area. So again, I make soft fist, lower back area, up and down pretty vigorously. All right, after the kidneys, top part of the buttocks, back to the tapping. Pretty good tap outside of the leg, all the way down. Open the fist, coming up. 2 taps there, and continue 3 times. After the tapping, I'll add in just joining them, just rubbing down over the toes, comes up, 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so that's the end of the massage, but let's go ahead and just rest the hands on the knees. Again, sitting tall, closing the eyes, returning to the breath. Nice, full, deep breaths in and out. And now the cleansing breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And again. And returning to natural, effortless breath. And then opening the eyes again. Okay, so that can conclude our little class here. So any of